Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome to another episode of the Virtual Photographer's Guide. In today's episode, I'll break down the photo mode in Rage 2 on the PS4. I'll go through the settings, explain what they do, and how you can use them. Okay, let's have a look at it. So to enter the photo mode, pause the game and go to the suitable option. If you press X, that toggles camera mode. Circle exits the photo mode. Square hides your user interface when you want to take a shot or see it without all of the stuff on the screen. Triangle button resets all of the settings. The left and right joysticks move the camera. The L2 and R2 buttons rotate the camera. And the R1 and L1 buttons change the current tab. Okay, so let's look at the tabs. So the camera tab, what do we have here? We have field of view. This is essentially like a sort of a zoom that you can move in incremental amounts. Good for making micro adjustments to your framing once you kind of about got it right, or zooming into a place you can't get to without distorting your image. Then there's the fisheye lens. Fisheye lens is good if you want to really capture a lot in the shot, but a fisheye lens obviously looks like a fisheye. It has a circular effect. It's a bit weird. Not one I'm particularly keen on, but it's there if you want to use it. Next tab, brightness. Okay, what have we got? Time of day. Common sense changes where the sunlight is or the moonlight, changes the ambient temperature, changes the light source. So that's good for adjusting the mood. Blur intensity, well, that's when the blurry sections are there, you can have it very blurry, not so blurry. So, not the best system, but it's there if you want it. Then we've got three options. They're all color tinting, red, green, blue. So you can alter the three of them. You can alter them individually. They're a bit heavy-handed, I find, these kind of tinting systems in photo modes. So, very delicate amounts. You shouldn't really go all the way up to the top unless, or the bottom unless you're doing like pop art style, but it's a nice option to have, but not ideal. Next tab, filters. So you've got the filter type and the intensity. So lots of nice filters here, very impressed with that. The intensity is how much of that filter do you want. They're all quite, harsh in terms of 100%, so you might want to drop it down 60%, 40%, something like that. Next tab is vignettes. So what's a vignette? It's a border around the screen. It's like a sort of a shadowy effect that ideally is there to be used in photos you're framing the subject in the center, i.e. you will look in the center because the borders will be in shadow, so you can show the vignette, change the size, change the intensity. Then we've got frames. Choose the frame and the opacity. So the opacity is really how much of it is there or not. 100% it's all there, 0 none. So lots of frames. These are good if you just want to create like a poster type image. Next tab, overlay. So we've got various overlays, quite nice ones to choose from. And we've got opacity, again, same principle. What overlay, how much do you want it? Then we've got stickers. So you've got active stickers, opacity, and the sticker. So again, lots to choose from. Choose one that suits your image. Choose how you want it presented, and you can also alter what it's like on the screen. If you use the R stick, that will move the sticker. R2 and the R stick will rotate it, and L2 and the R stick will resize it. You will have to hold those L2 and R2 buttons and then use the other sticks in order to rotate and resize those, so bear that in mind. Okay, so that's the mode. Enough settings there to take your picture. So what are the good and bad points of the mode? Right, good points, great frames, great stickers, lots of fun. Bad points, big problem with this photo mode is, where's your character? Can someone explain that to me? Why would you make a photo mode with your character disappearing? What's that about? Yes, if you're on a bike or in a car, you can see them, but if they're just standing there shooting, oh, guess what? They're not in the photo. Completely, utterly bizarre decision. What were they thinking? So scoring wise, the photo mode's okay, but the fact that you can't take a picture of your main character is really just bewildering as a decision. So I'd give it 6 out of 10 scoring wise, because it had potential, but for some reason they decided let's not have your character in it. Really not a good move, by the way. Right, let's have a look at the photo mode. So here's an example of a photo I took. So obviously you can't take pictures of your character in action, but the other characters in the game look pretty cool. So what I did here, I started a fight, paused it, went into photo mode, and I just framed a shot with those two characters. I left enough space around the top part of the image so I could put the VP Guide logo in it for the cover photo. And just, you know, I used the neutral foggy background so that they would stand out, and I framed it with those metal bars down the bottom and the right, just like a sort of like a V shape on its side. So, you know, if you're going to take pictures in Rage 2, you need to take pictures of the other characters because there's not much else to choose from, really. And there you go, Rage 2. It's a funny one. It's probably the only photo mode I think I've ever encountered where you can't take pictures of your character. I think that's the whole point of a photo mode. So whoever did this photo mode, well done on the settings, well done on the features because they're very good. Not so well done on let's not have our character in it. Maybe patch it, perhaps, but obviously not. So anyway, rant over. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. So cheers, have a good one.